Good evening, guys. Barry with Barry Fast Cars. The next car we're going to talk about is Alpine. This is really cool. Not only is the Alpine car brand very cool, and I mean, in some respects, the newest sports car brand in the world, really. Obviously, they have been around, technically speaking, but it's essentially a new brand. They haven't made cars in quite a while, but they're going in the right direction. I think they have a tie-up, a partnership commencing with Lotus to build electric sports cars, for better or worse. But here we are with a petrol-powered Formula One car. Not anyone's, but his. Ha! We'll talk about that. Great looking car. I mean, come on. It's like this. I love when they're figuring out this matte paint a lot better. It only came out a couple of years ago. I think Red Bull was the first. Maybe Williams was the first, actually. I think Williams rocked it with their Martini livery in masses last year. Whatever. Let's just talk about it. And let me tell you my likes and kind of frustrations. One, I mean, I like the color. It's blue, and Alonso's driving the car. Everything's right in the world. Castrol, no. Come on, guys. This should be ELF, or Total. It's French. It's a fucking French team. It should have French oil going in it. That's just me, I suppose. But I do love that they have branding on the car. Alpine on the... I mean, when you see Alpine there, it does essentially mean they don't have a title sponsor, but Alpine is the title sponsor for the Enstone-based team. So it makes sense. I guess you could contrast that to McLaren, who legitimately is a manufacturer and for some reason doesn't have their logo anywhere except the little swoosh on the nose. Should say McLaren all over the car, but they don't. Alpine has it on the wing. It has it on the front, the end of the end plates of the front wing. I love that it's a blue halo. Again, I've talked about it 100 times. The halo should contrast colors between the two drivers. We'd have blue for Alonso and perhaps red for good old Esteban Ocon. Pretty good lineup. Ocon didn't super impress me last year against Ricardo, but we'll see what he does. He's got a year to prove himself again, so good for him. I mean, geez. So they figured out this kind of matte paint where it gives the metallic look a little bit more. It gives a little bit more reflection, but it is this lightweight matte finish paint. And that's the idea. That's why you see matte finish paint. It's less for aesthetics, more for weight savings, because the finish is needed to make any paint glossy. Adds weight, and we don't want that, or the teams don't want that. We don't care. I mean, it makes no difference to us. But yeah, Castrol should be gone. That just reminds me of NASCAR being an American. Not anything against that company. It doesn't belong on a French Formula One car. So I'll say that. DuPont, that's a good sponsorship. I like that. The car looked okay in preseason testing. Oh, it doesn't really show it in these pictures, but apparently that you could see it here. The airbox slash roof scoop region is rather bulbous, we'll say, compared to other cars, and it's because they wanted to slim down on the side pods. So to move some of the radiators and heat exchangers from the side pod, they moved it up higher, and they found the trade-off was there. It worked. It made sense to get more airflow to the rear of the car, to the diffuser, to power the diffuser, to get more of this, undercut on the side pod. Move this stuff up top. You get a little bit higher center of gravity, but you gain more downforce, hence more speed. I suspect this will evolve over the season. I almost guarantee we will not see a fatty airbox by the end of the season. But they're not doing a whole lot of development. We'll see. I mean, maybe they won't. Alonso's back, everyone. I mean, pretty much my favorite driver as drivers go. I just, I came into the sport in '06. I started reading F1 magazine, F1 Racing magazine in the off season between '05 and '06. There was an amazing article about Alonso's driving style, and translating that to this year, I've heard that the Alpine has a really nice front end. So Alonso's back. Let's hope he gets a podium. He deserves it. Alpine.